James Cameron, the visionary filmmaker behind epic blockbusters like Titanic, Avatar, and The Terminator, has long been celebrated for his ability to blend groundbreaking visual effects with high-stakes storytelling that pushes the boundaries of cinema. In a recent interview, he reflected on one of the most iconic films of the 1990s, Jurassic Park, revealing a fascinating what-if scenario. He would have directed it as a terrifying, R-rated thriller, transforming the family-friendly adventure into something akin to Aliens with dinosaurs. This confession not only sheds light on Cameron's creative instincts but also underscores the serendipitous paths that led to Steven Spielberg's masterful adaptation of Michael Crichton's novel. The tale begins in the early 1990s, when Cameron first encountered Crichton's best-selling book. Delivered to him on a Friday afternoon, he devoured it over the weekend, captivated by its premise of resurrected dinosaurs running amok on a tropical island. By Saturday he was hooked, particularly on a visceral scene where two children in a jeep are flipped upside down, trapped, and face a Tyrannosaurus Rex that licks the windshield, sensing their presence inside. "I got to that scene and I went, I'm doing this movie," Cameron recounted to Empire magazine. His excitement propelled him to action. He immediately called his agent, declaring, "I'm buying the book." The response was a gut punch. Too late, Steven Spielberg just got it. That moment of devastation lingered for Cameron, a director at the peak of his powers after hits like The Abyss and Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Losing Jurassic Park felt like missing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to merge his love for speculative science with pulse-pounding action. Yet, in hindsight, he views it as a dodged bullet. Watching Spielberg's finished film, Cameron realized the project needed the Jaws-Helmer's touch, a blend of wonder, accessibility, and broad appeal that captured the childlike awe of dinosaurs. "I realized when I saw the movie he was the right guy to make it. Not me, because I would have made it too terrifying," Cameron admitted. His version, he mused, would have been R-rated. It would have been like Aliens with dinosaurs. To understand this, one must appreciate Cameron's directorial DNA. His 1986 sci-fi horror classic Aliens redefined the xenomorph saga, ramping up the tension with relentless action sequences, graphic violence, and a maternal ferocity embodied by Sigourney Weaver's Ripley. Transplanting that intensity to Jurassic Park would have meant amplifying the gore. Velociraptors eviscerating victims in shadowy enclosures, a T-Rex rampage with arterial sprays, and psychological dread that lingers long after the credits. The Jeep scene, for instance, might have escalated from Spielberg's suspenseful tease to a blood-soaked nightmare, with the beast's saliva dripping like acid, foreshadowing brutal dismemberment. Which would have been super cool, Cameron conceded, his inner fanboy shining through. But he made the version that would have spoken to me as an 8-year-old, when I thought dinosaurs were the coolest thing in the world. And that's the movie that should have been made. This reflection highlights the delicate balance filmmakers strike between artistic vision and commercial viability. Spielberg's PG-13 rating opened Jurassic Park to families, grossing over $1 billion worldwide and cementing its status as a cultural phenomenon. Cameron's R-rated take might have thrilled horror enthusiasts but alienated the younger audience that fueled its enduring legacy. It's a classic case of creative divergence. Cameron excels at world-building spectacles that immerse viewers in peril, The Abyss's underwater horrors, Avatar's Pandora conflicts, while Spielberg masters emotional resonance and spectacle for all ages, E.T. Indiana Jones. Their near collision on Jurassic Park illustrates how Hollywood's ecosystem thrives on such near misses, where one director's loss becomes another's triumph. Cameron's candor also invites speculation on alternate cinematic histories. Imagine a Cameron-directed Jurassic Park. ILM's effects wizards, already pushing boundaries with Terminator 2's liquid metal, would have crafted even more visceral creature designs. Dinosaurs with textured hides that pulse with life, their roars engineered for subwoofer-rattling immersion. The score, perhaps composed by Cameron's frequent collaborator James Horner, might have traded John Williams' majestic themes for dissonant, industrial dread akin to Aliens' throbbing synths. Sam Neill's Alan Grant could evolve into a Ripley-esque survivor, hardened by fossil digs turned kill-or-be-killed gauntlets. Yet, as Cameron notes, this edgier iteration risks overshadowing the film's core magic. The thrill of discovery, the blend of science and spectacle that sparked a generation's fascination with paleontology. Beyond the hypothetical, Cameron's story reveals his self-awareness as an artist. At 70, with Avatar 3 on the horizon, he remains a student of the craft, gracious in defeat. His career is littered with such pivots, declining Spider-Man to focus on Titanic, or pivoting from sequels to original epics. This Jurassic Park anecdote humanizes the Titan, showing that even geniuses grapple with rejection, channeling it into greater works. It also pays homage to Spielberg, acknowledging the collaborative spirit of filmmaking where timing and temperament align fates. For fans, this glimpse into Cameron's mind reignites passion for Jurassic Park's legacy. The franchise, now spanning sequels and a TV series, owes its DNA to Spielberg's choices, but Cameron's vision tantalizes as fan fiction fodder. What if the T-Rex's first roar shattered eardrums with xenomorph screeches? Or if the kitchen raptor chase devolved into a slasher frenzy? These what-ifs underscore cinema's infinite possibilities, where one director's R-rated nightmare yields another's PG dreamscape. In essence, Cameron's revelation isn't about regret but appreciation. It celebrates the serendipity that made Jurassic Park a timeless classic, while teasing the darker beast it could have been. As he continues crafting underwater odysseys and interstellar sagas, this story reminds us, sometimes the road not taken is the one that roars loudest in retrospect. Dinosaurs may be extinct, but the echoes of untamed creativity endure.